Once upon a time, in a village at the edge of a forest, lived a curious boy named Milo. Every day after his chores, Milo would race into the woods behind his house. He'd climb trees, build forts, and swing from vines until the sun dipped below the tall trees. He loved the forest more than anything. One afternoon, while playing by a babbling brook, Milo came across a clearing he'd never seen before. And in the middle of that clearing stood the largest oak tree he'd ever laid his eyes on. Its branches stretched out like welcoming arms, and its rough bark was adorned with strange carvings. As he walked closer, Milo noticed that the carvings were actually two large emerald green eyes that seemed to follow his every move. Startled, Milo took a step back and accidentally tripped over a gnarled tree root. As he fell, his shoulder hit the tree, and to his astonishment, a deep voice boomed. "Oof! That hurts!" Gasping, Milo scrambled to his feet and looked around, but no one was there. Then he turned back to the tree and stammered, You can talk!" The tree let out a low chuckle that sounded like rustling leaves. "Indeed I can, young one. I am the ancient oak who has watched over this forest for hundreds of years." Milo couldn't believe his ears. A talking tree. It sounded like something from a fairy tale. But the tree's eyes, or perhaps its gaze, seemed so real, so wise. "How old are you?" Milo asked, his eyes wide with wonder. The ancient oak rumbled. "I've seen the first humans come to this land, plant their villages, and raise their children. I have felt the touch of countless seasons and witnessed the changing of the times. Yet I stand here rooted in my place, watching over the creatures great and small that call this forest home." As the light faded, casting long shadows on the forest floor, Milo sat at the foot of the tree, captivated by its stories. The ancient oak spoke of a time when the forest was alive with music.
The trees sang with the wind. The birds echoed their melodies, and the babbling brooks danced to the rhythm of the falling rain.
The deer and rabbits tapped their feet to the beat, and even the squirrels chattered in harmony. It was a symphony of sounds that echoed through the ages. But now, the forest is filled with an unsettling silence. The birds have stopped singing. The animals have fled, and the streams no longer dance. Their songs have died, and the forest is in despair. The ancient oak explained that the people had cut down too many trees, poisoned the waters, and chased away the animals. When Milo heard this, his heart ached for the forest. He had always loved playing here, and now he realized he hadn't noticed how empty it had become. All the animals were gone, and even the birds had abandoned their nests.
The forest, which had once been his sanctuary, now felt like a shadow of its former self.
Determined to help, Milo asked the ancient oak, "What can I do?" The tree sighed, its voice heavy with sadness. "Bring back the harmony, young one. Bring back the song to the forest. Only then can we hope to heal." And so Milo set out on a mission to restore the forest to its former glory. First, he went to the village stream, its water murky and lifeless. He remembered how the ancient oak had spoken of crystal-clear waters that sparkled in the sunlight. So Milo began cleaning the stream, removing the trash that choked its flow and diverted its path. Working tirelessly, he planted trees along its banks, creating a living corridor of green that mirrored the sky above. As the days turned into weeks, the stream began to reflect the sunlight once more. Fish returned to its waters, their scales flashing like jewels, and dragonflies danced over the surface, dipping and diving with carefree abandon. The birds noticed the transformation and returned to build their nests in the new trees. Their songs echoed over the land, filling the air with sweet melodies. But the forest was still missing something. The ancient oak told Milo that the animals had been scared away by the noise and pollution of the village. So Milo decided to build a bridge between the forest and the village, a symbol of harmony between nature and man. With the help of the villagers, he gathered fallen logs and vines, weaving them together to form a sturdy bridge over the gushing waterfall at the forest's edge. Once completed, the villagers and Milo walked onto the bridge, their footsteps barely making a sound on its moss-covered surface. From that day on, the villagers made a pact to protect the forest. They agreed to plant 2 trees for every one they cut down. to use the bridge respectfully and to keep their village clean and quiet. And as the years passed, the forest thrived once more. Lush green leaves replaced the barren branches.
The birds returned to build their nests, and the animals came back to roam the verdant glades.
The gurgling of the streams mingled with the sweet songs of the birds and the rustle of the leaves, creating a symphony of sound that echoed through the ancient oak's branches. One day, Milo, now a young man, returned to the ancient oak to share the good news. The forest was healing. The animals had returned and the villagers were keeping their promise to protect nature. As Milo stood before the ancient oak, its gnarled branches reaching towards the sky like the arms of a benevolent giant, he felt a surge of pride. The forest was alive once more, and he had played a part in its revival. The ancient oak, sensing his presence, turned its leafy head and spoke in its deep, resonant voice. "Can I feel the song return to the forest, young Milo?
Can I hear the laughter of the animals once more?" And there it was.
The gentle murmur of a deer's alarm as it bounded through the underbrush, the sweet song of a bluebird perched on a nearby branch, and the distant chatter of a family of squirrels searching for nuts in the canopy above. The forest was indeed singing once more. Overcome with emotion, Milo threw his arms up in the air and laughed. His laughter echoed through the trees, mingling with the bird song and the rustling leaves. In that moment, he knew that he had done something truly special. The ancient oak, its branches swaying gently in the breeze, rumbled, "Thank you, Milo. You have brought back the song to the forest. You have restored harmony to our home. I am grateful for your kindness and your unwavering determination." As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the forest floor, Milo stood at the edge of the woods, looking back at the ancient oak. Its silhouette, etched against the fiery hues of the sunset, seemed to radiate wisdom and serenity. He remembered the dark and silent forest he had discovered. The trees stripped bare, the animals vanished, and the streams choked with debris. But now, as he looked around, the forest was a vibrant tapestry of life. Birds sang from their hidden nests, butterflies danced among the wildflowers, and deer grazed peacefully in the glades. The ancient oak continued, "You have shown us all the importance of balance, young one. You have reminded us that the forest and the people can coexist in harmony. Go now, Milo. You have earned the respect and gratitude of the forest. May your path be filled with the same balance and harmony that you have brought to our woods." And so Milo turned to go, his heart filled with the music of the forest. As he walked away, the ancient oak watched over him, its branches swaying in the evening breeze. A single leaf, tinged with gold and crimson, fluttered down from its crown and landed on Milo's shoulder. It was as if the forest itself was giving him a token of its affection, a reminder of the bond they shared. From that day forward, Milo carried the leaf with him, a tangible reminder of his journey, his purpose, and the profound connection he had forged with the forest. It was a symbol of the harmony he had helped to restore, a testament to the power of determination, and a reminder that even the smallest voice can make a big difference.